Hi, today I'm in World of Flowers. This is a current book on Amazon. So, it's a favorite. I do like it. I like Rooms of Wonder better, but this is still a very fun book to be in. So, let me just make sure there's nothing on here that I'm going to smear around. This is a huge makeup brush that was bought at one of those cheap little mall stores. So I find that it works very, very good. For anybody that's hanging out after this video, I will show you some other purchases that I have recently gotten. So yeah, lots of fun. Okay, so we're going to start with this flower. I just want to do a review today on how to get these flowers to look like they have those ruffled edges. Okay, so I've got, these are the Color Ya pencils, 422, sorry the name's been rubbed off, and 443. So I know that the darker one is ocean blue. The lighter one, I think it's peacock blue. So I did the lighter pencil all over, and then I left a few little white areas where I know I'm going to put the darker pencil. Come in with the darker pencil. Keep my hand out of the way. I'm going to come right through here. And again, the main thing today, I'm really bearing down, getting that darker color in there, is going to be showing you these ripples. So you got to get your darks dark enough that they show up to really get that effect. So after I've gone through that area, then I'm looking for these lines, or if your page doesn't have lines, you're looking for the dips. Wherever that dip is, did you see how I did that? Now that's not very dark. There we go, that's better. And there's a dip over here. You can always just do a line and then go zigzaggy, that's a word, right? Back over the top of it. And see, now I get that little ruffled edge. Let's just do some ruffled edges. Here, see where it dips? So I'm going to do a line. It goes towards the center. And then I'm going to do the zigzag over the top. What that zigzag does is kind of hides it just being a straight line. Here's another one. So see, I've hidden it being just a line. There's one right here. I'm going to do this one smaller. And see, now we get that effect of it being rippled. There's a bunch in here, so I'm just going to pick a few. This one I'm making longer because we have long amount of space. This one I'm going to do it and just let it run into the edge of that other petal. And then here's this. Here we can put another one in here. And see, it doesn't have to be overly dramatic or drastically done to get that effect. Okay? So that's how you would continue around. When you've got it hidden behind another petal on the page, here's a dip, and we're coming kind of around and in. So we'll do that, coming around. And then we're just going to come over here and fake it. Fake it till you make it. Okay? And then that'll give the illusion. And then we're also going to go dark here because that other petal is leaving a shadow. And this, look how this is tucked behind. So we can do a little one here too. And that's how I've done all these here. That's how I've done all of these. See, it's little V's, just little V's of shadow. So let's go on to another one. Okay, instead of V's on this one, I'm just going to show you how I tuck the color under. So I took 527. Sorry, do not know the color. Oh, it's peony. Did the whole thing. You can leave a little bit where it's tucked under if you'd like. It will make it easier. Then I move over to hot pink, 555. And what I do next is just get right under the edge. You can do it pretty firm, okay? But then as you come out, get it lighter, lighter touch so that it starts blending. Now see, this one's tucked under on both sides. And it's not tucked under here, so we're not going to continue up. Same thing here. We're just going to go where it's tucked under. Okay, and I'm not being super neat because I'm going to come back with the original color and do the blending. But I just want to do a few here for you. So always look at what's tucked behind something else. Okay, if you can't see the rest of the petal, then that's because it's tucked down underneath. Then I'm going to come through with number 567. This is raspberry. And I'm going to do just those most inner parts. Just the most inner V's. Way down in there. And that's how we're going to get our darkest darks. And really push that color down in there so that we get that more three-dimensional look. The object is to not have our flowers look quite so flat. Now I'm coming back with my first color, this peony. All right, and now I'm going to do my blending. So now this is instead of a colorless blender, I like to use my lightest color that I've used because that way I'm still adding more color. Sorry, I keep bumping my light. I'm adding more color to the page instead of just scooting around the color that's already on there. And by adding more color to the page, you can see how this is brightening up. If you're just moving around color, your colors will become somewhat dull. See how this is so much brighter than this? Okay, and it's because I've added more color to the page. Now, if you've already added so much color that you have no tooth left on your page, then you might have to use a colorless blender or a tortilla stick or some other kind of blender. But I really rather blend with the lightest shade that I've used in an area, if at all possible. And that's how I did all of this over here on this side. Okay, so enough for the pink one that you get the idea there, and you know what colors I used. Okay, let's go on. Let's go to the red one. Okay, so moving the book around. Yeah, I'm just doing it to where I can let you see the biggest shot possible. So I've used 3 colors here. I start with 631, and that is carmine red. Then I move to 633, rose red, and then 611, which is deep magenta. So even though magenta is a pink, it works well. So I did all these little areas with my lightest shade. Okay, then next is that middle shade, 633, and I'm going to come in and just start coloring this. It doesn't have to be overly neat, which some of you are like, yay, because you don't like to take your time. But really, we should take our time and enjoy the journey and the process of doing this. You know, that's the relaxing part, is just really taking our time. Going to do the same thing on this petal. Then I'm going to come in with my dark, and I'm going to go under the edge. See, I can't see the rest of that. So that tells me that that is under, which means I can shade a little bit here. Blending it out. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just coming out with little zigzags to help blend that. And then I'm going to come up from the bottom. Really get a lot of pressure down here. And then blend it out. And then you know what I'm going to do next. Come back with that original lightest shade. Now, not the shade I used here, but the shade I used here, because I didn't use that in here, right? So the lightest shade that I used in this area. And that's going to help blend that all together. So I'm going from this to this, okay? So now I'm coming back in and I'm blending. Yeah, this is Wednesday, so today y'all are watching a video. I'm prepping this for Saturday. I will go out to the country and pick my sister up tomorrow, bring her in. She's going to spend the night, and then I'm going to take her in for foot surgery. Foot surgery number, I don't know. She's had a lot. But anyway, she'll spend the night here, and then we'll go in the next morning early into Rockwall. And it's just easier if I pick her up the night before so that I don't have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. So, okay, so there's that one. So she'll spend the night before surgery. I'll take her in, and then she'll spend the night after surgery because she can't just be taken and left by herself. So, and then I'll take her home the next morning. Let's move to the yellow one. Yellows can be tricky. So anyway, I wasn't sure when I would have time to make another video, so that's why I'm doing it right now. This is Yellow Sapphire 231. Then I'm going to move over to 215 Tuscan Sun, and then over to a light brown tan 802, and this is Honey. That's, you know, I've been working with these pencils for a while when I can just grab them and know which one to use. So I've colored everything in this lightest shade. All right. Then whatever's tucked under is going to get the next color. And because I've got one more darker shade after this, I am going to bring this yellow out just a bit so that it leaves me room to put that darkest shade in there yet. Okay. Very easily done. Okay. Got it? Okay. Then we're going to go, oh, the other thing we're going to do with this pencil is we're going to start doing some of these ripples. Now, can you see how this is like kind of curved, and it's almost like this is lifted up. So what we're going to need to do is go right here behind it. This flower is a little bit different. These aren't just straight in, they're kind of curved. Now this could go straight in. See this one, it's up. So we're gonna go there. And you also notice that this is not showing up a whole lot. That's another reason we grabbed that color called Honey. So these V's could be just a little bit wider, and then down through the middle of them, I'm going to do the Honey. So now I'm grabbing that color called Honey, and I'm going to come back through and do again, just in the very center of these. The reason yellow can be hard is I think a lot of people don't realize that you need to use a brown of some sort, or a honey color, so to speak. And that's what really helps make this. Okay, so now you can see where it's rippled. And you can see all around here where I've done the rippling. Let's go ahead and do this one. And then I want to show you my goodies that I bought the other day for anybody that's still hanging out with me. See, just a little bit here and it shows up. You don't have to do a lot. Now in here I'll do this corner and then fade it. And then right up around here again. You can see I went around there. Just make sure you're fading it out. You don't want to just make a line. You want to fade these out so that it looks more natural. Okay. If you're heavy-handed like I am, there's nothing wrong with getting a sheet of paper and practicing going heavy to light. See, this is that V that I'm using to make this look more rippled. Except I just did that backwards, didn't I? Let's try that again. Let's actually draw this first. It should be fat at the top and skinny at the bottom. Hey, several of you have said you love seeing me just fly by the seat of my pants. So there you go. So this one's wrong. It's fatter or wider where the dip is and gets narrow as you get to the center of your flower. Okay, so if you're heavy-handed, take some scratch paper and just practice. Okay, so there's that. Now, the reason, this is actually upside down to y'all. Sorry. Does anybody get sick now? The reason I said to hang out afterwards. Let's make sure there's nothing that's going to smear. I've got to get in the habit of doing that. That's why I bought this big old brush. My husband was like, that's like $1.25, right? And I was like, yeah. He goes, get the thing. And I was like, okay. So, but I want to show you what I bought the other day at the Dollar Tree, which is no longer $1, but $1.50. I got this label maker. I will use it with my scrapbooking. Remember, it's kind of old school, how you could turn and click and put the tape through. I've got to get some tape for it, but hey, I thought that would be fun. And then, let's see. Actually, was that from Dollar Tree or from Hobby Lobby? Now I can't remember. It might have been Hobby Lobby. Nope, it was Dollar Tree, because I also got this. Look at the birds. For you that know me, you know I love birds. So it's a bird stencil. That's from Dollar Tree, so it was $1.25. Just like the label maker was $1.25. And then this was Hobby Lobby. So remember how much we use our paint pens and our Posca pens and this new pen that I found at Walmart? Okay, 49 cents. And it's metallic. So I had to have it For that price, yeah. Now, I did look first, come on, open, to make sure that it was not an oil, but that it was water-based. Because I do not like using the oil-based in my books, and that's probably just me. Let's get this shaken up. I just rather have the water-based ones in my books. Well, I know it's supposed to, there we go. You can tell it was sitting on the shelf for a while. So let's try it out. See, aren't you glad you hung out? Okay, prime it, and then watch for the ink to start coming down. You want to prime it a little at a time so that the ink doesn't come flooding all at once. And this can be the part that's like, well, maybe I should just hold it down. No, don't just hold it down, because you will get half the ink out of the pen all at once on your paper. It will get there. Do you see how the color's coming down? Oh, can you see the color has started changing? So now, oh my gosh, look, it's actually more like gold. Can you see that shimmer? I may have to go up to my neighborhood Hobby Lobby, because we were at a different one, and see if they have these on clearance, any more of the metallics. That is cool. So when we're doing a drawing and we want to add dots or just thin lines at the end, sweet. Okay, so that was a good buy. So metallic paint marker from Hobby Lobby for 49 cents. Guess who's going to, yeah, I've got on like half street clothes and half night clothes right now, but guess who's going up to Hobby Lobby in a little bit? I win. Okay, so yeah, just a paint pen makes me happy. You know, it doesn't take a lot sometimes. So, and this is the packaging from the one that I got at Walmart the other day. It was not on sale. I want to say they're about $3-ish. So, but it's because I couldn't find the Posca pens. So, that's it for this time. I will see you back in a few days. And we will carry on and see what's next. All right, talk to you later. Bye.